Studnick Aquatics here. I have this 150 tall glass aquarium. It is 4 feet long. It is 2 feet front to back and 30 inches tall. I was going to be using it for my coral reef in my living room, and it developed a leak. And I know it developed the leak from when we moved it. It weighs 268 pounds. Anyway, I know what happened, but this was the back seam here, and this is where it was dripping. There was about 2 small spots in there where it was shiny, and you could see the water had slipped through, and it's because we bowed this glass a little bit moving it. So what I did was I came in about 6 inches from the end and cut it with a razor blade, and did the same thing on that end. And then I ran a razor blade flat on the bottom, flat on this, and removed that silicone. I vacuumed it really good, made sure it was perfectly dry. I put acetone on it, and then I picked up some silicone that I had to order online. I wish I would have saved the tube. It was really expensive, and it's the same stuff that they use at, say, customaquariums.com, things like this. And it's the high grade stuff. It's the same as what they use. And so I went ahead and I put a bead in. I ran a small bead first, the whole length, and then I ran between the 2 ends, and then I ran a big bead full length, and then used a credit card, cut the corner off, which is the best thing you can do with a credit card, is cut it, and put that bead in there. I did that, a week ago, 6 days ago actually. So the silicone has had 6 days to dry, and I want to see if this works, because everybody you talk to, everything you see online says it can't be done. The only way you can fix a glass aquarium that starts leaking is to take all the glass panels apart and start over. I'm not going to do that. So this may not work. I don't know. And what I've done is put shop towels. I have it setting, the ends are supported on 2x4s, laying flat. So that'll support the weight of the whole thing. And then I have these blue paper towels, because these are shop towels, and one speck of drop hits it, and it really shows. So I have the blue paper towels all the way around, and I am going to add probably 6 inches of 76 to 78 degree water. I'm going to put a circulation pump in it, have moving water in it, and I'm going to wait a week and see if it drips or seeps or anything. And if it doesn't do anything at all, I'm going to fill it halfway and wait a week. And if it still doesn't leak, I'm going to fill it all the way and wait a month. And that's what I'm going to do. And I want to see, because I want to make sure that this thing never leaks, because I don't want to. I have a 75-gallon coral tank in my basement in the shop, and a 75 coral tank in my living room, and I want to combine them into this. And once I combine them, I don't want to have to be paranoid about whether or not that leaks. So I am going to get some drip alarms once I get it, since this has been repaired. And I will put drip sensors underneath this back seam once I put it on my stand. And that way, if I'm at work or if I'm wherever and it starts to leak, I would know it. And I don't know. I'm tempted not to use it at all, but it's an expensive aquarium, and it would be absolutely incredible to have this thing on a coral reef. So I am going to add 6 inches of water and see what happens. So far, so good. Everything's looking great. Strung this from my sink. I have 76 to 78 degree water. I know I can put cold water in it and so on and so forth, and no circulation pump, but I want it to be, I want to make sure it's not leaking under some strange condition. So I want to duplicate what it's going to be like when it has stuff in it. And so even though it doesn't leak right now, I assume that could change when it's full because of pressure, so but this is really good news, because those blue paper towels, when you put one speck of water on them, they just really show up, and I have absolutely no leaks. So I'm going to put a little more in there until I get about 6 inches in this thing. So far, I'm really happy with it. It's looking really good. Like I said, once I get it, if I do have it so it doesn't leak and I use it, I'm going to get some drip sensors to put underneath it, just to make sure, because this has been repaired. This will be the back side here, over here. This is the part that leaks will be on the back, and this will be the front. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be impressive if I can get this thing to hold water and combine 2 75-gallon coral tanks into one 150 tall. It's going to be interesting, because it is really tall. It makes it difficult to reach the bottom. I know that's an issue, but man, when you get them done, they're impressive. So that's the plan. Everything's looking good so far. I will add more later, and hopefully we don't have a catastrophe out of this thing. It's doing very, very well. 3 weeks ago, I cleaned it up and siliconed it, waited 1 week, put 6 inches of water in it, waited another week, and then I added it, put it into halfway, and waited another week. And everything is great. There is not a single drop of water adrip. So it looks like it has been repaired successfully, which is great. So I am going to, at some point, combine my 75-gallon coral tank in the basement with the one upstairs into my upstairs living room. So, Studnik Aquatics, thanks for watching.